This demonstration will show how to implement a spatial data infrastructure, or SDI, for disaster response. A spatial data infrastructure stands as a central pillar in the disaster lifecycle, supporting emergency response managers as they craft a strategy for emergency responders. This will be demonstrated with the National Geo Platform in the SOF4D application. This scenario centers around hurricane disaster preparations in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Hurricanes are a recurring problem for Haiti, threatening local populations and ravaging infrastructure. In this scenario, a hurricane is approaching Haiti and the city of Port-au-Prince is preparing for the disaster. The emergency response manager is going to assess the situation, identify hazards, and craft an evacuation strategy from the city's urban center towards inland refugee sites with medical triage facilities. First, the emergency response manager is going to collect relevant data on the affected area. This will be done using a national SDI, a system of geospatial data, metadata, users, and tools that work in an interoperable structure. The National Geo Platform, a Federal Geographic Data Committee initiative, is a U.S. national SDI that aggregates, indexes, links, and organizes web resources into a collection of curated objects, the Geo Platform portfolio. Using this collection of geospatial assets, the emergency manager will find the data to tell responders on the ground where they need to focus efforts. The emergency response manager is looking for informative data in the Geo Platform by using the semantic search feature. Semantic search enables data providers and data users to ground their data in commonly recognized vocabularies. They'll be searching for data in the FEMA MODI vocabulary, which is derived from classifications from FEMA's database of assets on the web. Using these semantic concepts, the emergency manager could find resources that match his needs for this scenario. Using semantic search, he's going to focus on some key terms contained in the vocabulary. Preparation phase, hurricane hazard, emergency support function 8, information and planning, evacuation, and Haiti. Any items semantically linked to these concepts will show up in the query. Some useful services such as health infrastructure data, topographic data, and precipitation are already being picked up. The emergency manager can determine what layers he wants from these services and view them in GeoPlatform's web application, Map Viewer, to confirm their relevance to the current mission. Having found the layers the emergency manager wants to use for a response strategy, he's going to use the interoperable capabilities of this architecture. Pivoting to SOF4D, the manager will integrate the layers with augmented reality info aids to outline the disaster preparation strategy. SOF4D imports any OGC standard open web service, allowing him to assign those layers to the mission. Here he can create mission-specific operating pictures, or MSOPs, which have specific tasking for the emergency preparation. Here there are some pre-rendered MSOPs, which point out key information to first responders. Correct iconography is important to communication, and this manager is employing the native symbol library icon set for this scenario. He will tag the evacuation routes, as well as the medical triage centers mentioned earlier with info aids, so first responders understand what the plan is. Each MSOP can now be captured in a Geo package, which can be pulled to a mobile platform by first responders. The value of Geo package is its ability to be generated from authoritative and curated sources for deployment to a variety of platforms including web, desktop, and mobile devices. On the ground, first responders are now seeing the augmented reality view of SOF4D on a mobile platform. Through the use of info aids, they can see the instructions laid out by the emergency manager. Guided paths show them the chosen routes out of Port-au-Prince, which they can begin to prepare for mass evacuation. They can also capture pictures and push it out to the rest of the team so they can be aware of the situation on the ground. Following these instructions, the first responders quickly tackle the major threats of this disaster, establishing a plan for the incoming hurricane. Through the use of open web services and an interoperable architecture, the emergency response manager has crafted a fast response to a hurricane scenario. Good data management and curation is the key to supporting a national SDI. Make sure that metadata is robust and semantically tagged so that it's accessible to everyone. Through the use of a national SDI, emergency responders can find the data they need faster and apply it to interoperable tools so that the tough questions can be answered quickly.